Welcome to Brandermill Local Radio
You're tuning in to the BCA Updates
with your hosts,
Craig Smith.
Antonia Roberts.
That's right. Get comfy Brandermill residents because we're diving into the latest community news straight from the BCA.
All happening this December 9th, 2024.
Okay, so first off,
A heads up for anyone planning a trip to the BCA office.
make sure you check the calendar first.
The office will be closed for the holidays.
Yeah, on December 25th for Christmas Day
January 1st for New Year's Day.
and January 20th for Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
So mark those dates, folks, and while we're talking about important dates,
December's gonna be
a busy month for meetings.
definitely a packed schedule for those involved.
Kicks off tomorrow
December 10th with the ARC committee meeting.
at 3:30 p.m. at the BCA office.
Then on Thursday, December 12th,
We have the hearing panel meeting at 6 p.m., and this one's via Zoom.
and of course, the big one, the BOD meeting is happening on Monday, December 16th at 6 p.m., also via Zoom.
And to round out the month of meetings,
We have the Lifestyle Advisory meeting.
on Thursday, December 19th at 3:30 p.m., again via Zoom.
Wow, that's a lot to keep track of.
What stands out to you in all of this?
Well, for anyone who's been following the ongoing discussions about the proposed changes to the architectural guidelines, the ARC meeting tomorrow is going to be particularly interesting. It's a chance for residents to hear directly from the committee and potentially voice their opinions.
That's a good point. Yeah, sometimes these meetings can feel a little bit like another meeting.
Yeah.
But they really are a valuable opportunity to engage with the community and have a say in how things are run.
Absolutely.
And speaking of things that might be on everyone's mind,
Let's shift gears and talk about those amenity renewal notices. You should have received those by now.
right? Just a reminder that you can make your payments online or at the office via check or money order.
And before you head over to the office, make sure you've completed your registration and have all the necessary documents, including those tag numbers. No sticker without them.
That's something to keep in mind for sure, and for those not renewing.
You'll want to reach out to Ryan Molnar at ryan.molnar@fsresidential.com.
Now looking ahead to the new year, Q1 2025 assessments are due on January 1st.
For residential folks, that's $222.25.
Commercial members, you'll want to contact james.grooms@fsresidential.com to get your specific assessment amount.
So we've covered dates, meetings, and payments. What's next on our list?
Well, as we move into the heart of winter,
The BCA is reminding everyone about some important seasonal updates, especially when it comes to irrigation system.
it may seem simple.
But winterizing or turning off those systems is crucial.
Absolutely, leaving them on can create some hazardous conditions, especially on those jogging paths.
Imagine those early morning runs turning into slippery ice rinks.
Ouch, not a fun way to start the day.
Exactly. So be careful out there, everyone.
Right, safety first, the maintenance team will be applying ice melt.
But it's always best to be extra cautious.
And speaking of the maintenance team,
They'll be busy tackling those piles of leaves that seem to pop up everywhere this time of year.
it's that time again. So where will they be focusing their efforts?
The updates mentioned common areas, cul-de-sacs, and medians. Basically, those shared spaces that we all benefit from.
Makes sense. Is there anything they won't be handling?
Yes, they specifically stated that they won't be removing leaves from private properties or VDOT areas. Their focus is really on those shared BCA spaces.
Good to know. So what exactly are they doing with all those leaves? Are they just bagging them up?
Actually, they're taking a more eco-friendly approach. They'll be mulching, corralling, and blowing those leaves into designated areas.
Well, that's interesting. Is there a reason for doing it that way?
There is. Mulching leaves in natural areas actually helps to improve the environment. It acts as a natural fertilizer and helps to enrich the soil.
That's fantastic. It's great to see the BCA taking steps to be more sustainable. I love it when we can find those win-win solutions, Good for the community, good for the environment.
Absolutely. It's something we can all do in our own yards as well.
Definitely every little bit helps. And speaking of celebrating,
I was cute.
particularly excited to see that Swim Metro is hosting a lifeguard hiring event.
Oh, yeah, that caught my eye too. It's a fantastic opportunity, especially with summer just around the corner. And it's a chance to be a part of keeping our community safe and enjoyable.
For sure. Tell us more about this event. When and where is it happening?
So they're holding it on January 2nd from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the North Beach Clubhouse. It's a great way to kick off the new year.
Perfect timing for those students looking for a summer job.
Exactly. They'll be conducting interviews on the spot, so come prepared. Plus, there will be light refreshments and information about the lifeguard pre-test. It's a great opportunity to get all your questions answered.
That's a good point. It's not just about showing up, it's about coming prepared and ready to make a good impression.
Yeah.
If someone's interested, where can they find out more?
All the details are available online. Be sure to check out Swim Metro's Instagram and Facebook pages for more information.
Speaking of being in the know, I wanted to circle back to something we talked about earlier, those all-important irrigation systems.
Right, the reminder about winterizing or turning them off completely.
It's one of those things that can easily slip our minds. But it's so important for a couple of reasons. What would you say is the most crucial?
Well, from a practical standpoint, it helps protect your landscaping from potential damage caused by freezing temperatures. No one wants to deal with burst pipes or damaged sprinkler heads come springtime.
Exactly. And beyond the potential damage to our property, there's also the safety aspect to consider.
You're talking about the potential for AC patches on the jogging paths.
Precisely, the BCA updates specifically mentioned homes backing up to those beautiful 15 miles of paths we have here in Brandermill. If those irrigation systems are left running and the temperatures drop, you can create some seriously slick spots, especially in the early morning hours.
Definitely a hazard for those early morning runners and walkers. It's easy to get caught up in the scenery and not be fully aware of the ground beneath you.
So true. So kudos to the BCA maintenance team. They'll be applying ice melt to the paths in the mornings. But as always, it's best to stay vigilant and watch your step, especially during these winter months when conditions can change quickly. Well, folks, it seems like we've covered a lot of ground today, from meetings and amenity renewals to irrigation systems and eco-friendly leaf management.
It's been a comprehensive look at what's happening in our community.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the BCA updates for December 9th, 2024.
We hope you found this information helpful and insightful.
As always, stay tuned to Brandermill Local Radio for all the latest community news and updates.